Welcome to Ever Near. Thanks for coming and watching. Come and listen to us discuss, ramble, whatever we're gonna do. If you've been liking the videos, smash on that thumbs up. If you're wanting to see more videos, subscribe. It's good for you. It's good for us too. So we're just going to be going into building testimonies today and kind of what that looks like, what testimonies are, how we've built our testimonies. So I guess I'll start. I have plenty of thoughts of my own, but we'll just kind of start by asking you. So just like what would you say a testimony is?
Yeah, testimony. It's a witness, like you witness. Or shoot,
That's a good way to put it.
I say witness. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I would. That's a good word to use. Witness. You're witnessing of something, and typically you only witness of something. Like say it's true if you believe it.
Yeah.
So I would totally agree with that, and that's kind of how I feel about a testimony. It's just something that you hold to be true, and that you're telling other people that. That's kind of what a testimony is, and typically, a testimony will get you to do things.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Like if you really believe something, you really have a testimony of it, it's gonna get you to do something.
Dude, yeah. It's like, what did it say? The McRib's back, I believe in it. So I stand in line for hours well, it depends, Sometimes like those people are fighting with customers. It's like, oh shoot, how long we stand here? Lunch is only like 5 minutes. Sorry, go back.
Yeah. You do something. That's the main thing. You do something if you believe in
I
it.
apologize, people who are watching. I'm just a really jokester kind of guy. So.
Yeah. So believing in something, and I want to kind of look at gospel-wise, so like believing in something related to God or related to His gospel.
Yeah.
And for you, like, how have you, I guess, come to believe in God, come to believe in things? Like, how did you get a testimony?
Me, I'm very different from most people. I didn't grow up like the normal, how normal people grow up. Like, just kind of be more open. I'm Native American, 100% Navajo. And because of that, I kind of grew up a different way, learning different things, seeing the world at a different point of view. And so when I talk about my testimony, it's kind of it comes from a more harsher point of view. Because just life's unfair. I don't know, like, it's just life experience for me. Like for me personally, I tried to serve a mission, but I got denied. And it's a whole different story. Like, trust me, it's, but I got denied for like the dumbest reasons. Mm-hmm. And like things like that, like it's hard to explain, like people, like how I see things. And that's why I kind of like Davis here. It's because he understands it. He understands it in a way where he can help me relate. I have questions about some things. He can break it down for me, I guess in a way, dumb it down for me. No shame. Yeah, I gotta say, just life experiences, just things I seen that when I tell people, they don't believe me or they don't want to hear it because it's just so bizarre. If that makes sense, like, that's the only way.
No, I think that makes sense because it's basically these things happen to you and you personally, you're like, oh, this seems like it's related to the gospel or to God because there's no way else I would get
situation.
Okay. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, no. I always tell people, that's the only way I can understand my life is looking at it spiritually. Because if I don't look at it spiritually, it's just I have the worst luck. Seriously, the worst luck. Like, I don't know, just weird things, I get put in positions where, like, you really have to use your gut feeling. You like listen to the spirit. I guess for me, I listen to that feeling, just like if it's right or wrong. Because especially in this world, how backwards and twisted everything is. It's just, everyone wants to be the right one. Everyone wants to be, don't want to be told no. It's all this stuff. And so you really have to like listen to that spirit. And the way I started learning that spirit is like getting a testimony to the church. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. I know kind of how I've built my testimony. It's also been through experiences for sure. I've had lots of different experiences. And I think the reason is something I like about the gospel, and I know lots of people would disagree with me on this point, but it's very logical. You can use logic to like understand the
Common
gospel.
sense, dude.
A lot of times, yeah. And lots of people,
No, it's so true.
lots of people would disagree.
This is where I people get mad at me because I say things and they just like common sense things and they get mad because like the way I say, I guess in a way I do say it aggressively, like jokingly.
Yeah.
But like it's common sense, and I we were talking about it, and like how we yeah, it's just common sense, man. Just look at it. And if you really understand the church and everything, it's basics. Like everything's so basic. Everything's so like simple. And it's made that way for a reason because we're so imperfect people. And once you understand it, it's kind of makes it easier to follow everything. But at the same time, it makes it harder because, the adversary is going to know that and he's going to work twice as hard against you. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of how I see it. But
yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's because it does make sense, and that's what I love about it, because if it is logical, that means I can test it.
Yeah.
That's something I like about the gospel. And that's how I've personally built my testimony in the gospel, is I've tested it. I've followed something and saw if X happened when I did Y. So I'm sitting there looking at it, it's like, okay, so this right here, this says, if I do this commandment, I'm going to feel more peace in my life. I can test that. I'm going to try to follow that commandment and see if I actually do feel more peace.
Yeah.
That's what I've done personally to build my testimony, is by testing it. It's very easy to see the result if you test it.
Yeah. Or for me, now I'm thinking. No, when I talk about like life experiences, I can tell this one story. I was telling some other people. This is why I really don't like telling people, because there's always someone in the crowd that's saying like, oh yeah right, doubting it and all this stuff, like it doesn't happen to me, it doesn't happen to me, so it can't happen to you, kind of mentality. It's pretty messed up. But I remember this one time 5 years ago, I'm guessing around that time, forward, I was sitting there by myself in my room, and then I was just kind of going through a hard time, and then I was thinking, I don't know why I was thinking, out of all the things like I saw, because I've seen a lot of things in my life, I've been through, experienced a lot, and when I remember like thinking like can I be innocent again, And the thing about it is, like, I don't remember if I prayed about it, or I don't know if I like asked it. I can't remember. That part I can't answer. But I just remember that was a question, and I heard a voice. It was soft, gentle, but clear as day. And when I mean clear as day, I remember when I said that, I heard a voice say, "Yes, you can." And I was like, "Dang!" Like,
wow.
I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, I know what I saw, and I just don't like telling it because, like I said, people would just doubt it, and then I'd rather just be quiet and just keep to myself than rather just let people, and some people do ask, and if you're really, open to that kind of stuff, like I'll tell them, talk about this, a lot of my craziness, but like that's kind of like gives you an example of like what I mean by like I seen things, you hear things, There's some things I have experienced in my life where I'm just like, it's so crazy that I do have to question things, and in a way it's good because like those questions I have makes me understand the church better. So it all works out. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, questioning is very, very important. If anyone ever tells you don't question, they're, I'm not going to say any bad words, but they're not smart at all. They're not smart at all if they're saying don't question things.
Because like, I have a messed up mind when I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, oh man. Because questioning is how you learn. That's how you learn. Like if you know anything about the early church, so when Joseph Smith was around, the entire book of the Doctrine and Covenants, almost every single thing in there is because of a question he asked.
Yeah.
It's like if you think asking questions is bad, you don't understand the gospel. That is 100% part of learning and part of growing. A testimony is questioning things, asking things.
Yeah.
And I think where the confusion is a lot of people will think of questioning as a bad thing because lots of people question are doing it to try to disprove the church. So they just immediately think any questioning is bad. But that's not true. You can come at it from two different ways. You can be questioning because you want to understand, or you can be questioning to try to prove it wrong. So it really just depends what angle you're coming at it from.
That is true, yeah.
And that's I don't know. That's something that kind of bugs me when I hear people, because I've heard of a lot of people who they're like, oh, I don't believe in it. I stopped believing in the church and the gospel because people told me not to question things and I can't do that. It's like, well, you were not talking to the right people.
That's true, yeah. And the scary part is like the way the world's going, it's like it's getting to the point where it's gonna get harder. And so, just what they say, oil lamps filled.
Yeah, like the 10 virgins, the oil lamps.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of scary. Not scary. It's interesting to see like all this crap, all this stuff happening. It's very interesting. But yeah, you really have to question, and that's where I don't. It goes back to that sheep mentality. People just go with the flow. Because I have seen people who just don't have their own testimony, and they just follow the crowd blindly. And because of that, it led them somewhere bad. And in today's world, everything's so backwards, twisted. Everyone wants to be right. Everyone's left, right. Whatever crap that's out there. Like, people they're just following whoever they, they're following people blindly. And it's just going to cause you more harm than good, Like, you have to have your own testimony. You can't just rely on the person next to you. And the way you do that is testing it, like you said, and questioning it. And there's nothing wrong with that. You got to do it. You got to because that's what Heavenly Father wants you. He wants you to learn. And so when you get on your knees and pray to question, I promise He's going to answer you. Maybe not in what you think, but usually it's a way you'll learn. Just yeah.
Yeah, 100%. You gotta question to build a testimony. You cannot really grow your testimony. You can't build a testimony. You can't find out if something is true if you just blindly accept. You have to ask questions. You have to test it.
Yeah.
So that's really important. Really important. If you're to a point where you don't ask questions about anything, if you don't think about it and try to get further knowledge, you're not going to be growing in the gospel.
Yeah.
And
it's an uphill battle. That's what people don't understand. I get frustrated because people just don't they think Jesus, if you're going to follow Jesus Christ, it's going to be a hard road. And that's what they don't understand. They think it's going to be easy. It's like, no, it's going to be hard. Because the adversary is doing all his power to work against you in order to get back to Heavenly Father, which is the plan. If I'm correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the plan. We want to get back to God with our families. That's basically the plan.
You'll be surprised at who I talk to. Is just like, yo, when did aliens come into the conversation? No, I'm joking. Kind of going off that, relating to testimony. I should tell this to the people. I told you my story how I came back into church. At 18 I left because I grew up in Provo, raised in the church, but at 18 I left just because here in some people might understand, some people might not understand, but I'm a person that when you're forcing me into something, I'm gonna rebel against it. That's just naturally who I am. But yeah, I'm already 18. I left the church, but 19 or 20, I left to do sales, door-to-door sales. I just want to get out of Utah. And somehow I ended up in Arizona, out of all places. And I was in Phoenix, and I was in Mesa, Chandler area, and this shit sucked. You think Provo sucked? That place is a lot worse. I'm sorry, I'm being so negative, but it's so true. Dude, I got treated like crap, man. I almost fought some kids just because they were you know, just because I didn't serve a mission, you know, they were so mean, dude. Like that was like the like 10 times worse than here. But you know, like I left, like it was so I had a bad experience in that area, so I left. Somehow ended up living with ended up on the reservation, on the Navajo reservation. Like I visited the reservation nonstop, like growing up, but I never lived there. And the area I lived was in Loop, Arizona, and the place, if you look it up, it's just nothing there. It's like it's very small, nothing, just dirt. And that's where I gained my testimony, because there was a small chapter building, and there was only like 20 people in that chapel, and I'm telling you, man, like what I saw there was amazing, because like they were just so focused on missionary work, like just seeing what they did as a small branch, just trying to go out teaching people. Like it was pretty cool to see that. And on top of that, I still remember on the third day, I was just laying down on the couch, just do what I do. Like I don't know what to do, you know, just because there's seriously nothing out there. There's nothing. Mm. And I remember I heard a knock on the door, bah, bah, and I heard, "Hey, can Haas come out and teach with us?" I'm like, "Who the heck is that?" And it was these two missionaries. I still remember their name, Fatawi and Rugi, and they asked me to go out, and I went out and taught with them, and that's how I started out. I just started hanging out with missionaries, you know. And the only reason I hung out with them because they were my age. Like everyone else is like older or younger, but they were my age missionaries. And I was cool with them, but yeah, that's how I found it. Just because it was away from everything. It was away from. There's like really like it was just everyone. It was like this own place from the world, you know. Like no one talked politics. No one talked social media. No one talked anything. It was just pure. Like everyone just came there for a reason. You know, I had a reason why to go, and that made me curious. Like why are these people doing it? And that what kind of caused me to start questioning things. You know what like. You know, like if it's real and stuff like that. So that's a cool story, you know. Mm-hmm. But when I came back to Utah, I just want to go back to my party state. I was like, dude, I don't party, but just like, man, I'd rather go drink a beer right now than just sit here and just have someone just tell me I suck.
Yeah. No. So with that kind of in mind, like building a testimony, after that, I'm kind of curious, why does it matter? Like, why does it matter that you have a testimony? Is there a point to it?
Oh man, you're hitting me heavy hitters.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Is there a point to my testimony?
Yeah, like why does it matter that you have it?
Dang, dude, like I'm a very simple guy. I just think like, dude, if it's the truth, like yeah, just learn about it.
Yeah, I mean, if that's all that like you think about, that's
I'm really into like a straightforward, blunt guy. You know, yeah. Just like it's the truth. Learn about it. If it's bad, don't do it. Good, do it. You know, just think of others before you. Like it's really life is. It's so simple. People just overcomplicate stuff. But okay, what makes it important to me?
Yeah, like. Why do you actually do it? Why do you try? And if you're not
sure I try?
Yeah, okay. Why do you try building your testimony? Why do you try to get closer to God? Like, what's the point?
For me personally, or yeah. Okay, me personally. Oh man, these are hard questions because I had to answer like my point of view. Me, it's just the promises, you know? Mm-hmm. The promises. Once you understand there's promises of happiness, the promises of all the stuff like the Heavenly Father is willing to give you. And the biggest one for me is my patriarchal blessing. When I got my patriarchal, it says a lot in there. A lot of promises. And God always keeps his promises. It may not be on your term, but he always keeps his promises. And if I have those promises, you know, if someone told me like there's a reward at the end of this race, like, yeah, I'm going to do whatever I can to get to that end. You know, it's better than do nothing. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how I see it, you know, just, yeah, we're just giving promises and, you know, it's on you to follow through. You can sit back, do nothing, not get anything. Mm-hmm. That's you, you know?
No, I totally agree because there's probably two reasons why me personally, I try to build my testimony. I try to strengthen my belief. The first one is basically what you said, there are things that the Lord will do for us if we follow him. Because personally, I believe this because I've seen it. Life is going to suck no matter what, whether you're good or bad. But if you are good, if you are following God, if you're building that faith, that testimony in him, he'll at least help you through the suck.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of things he does for us. There's promises, like you said. And that is one of the reasons I definitely follow him, because I've seen there have been times when I don't really try to build my testimony. I don't try to build my faith. And those times I typically feel a lot worse. Like I feel more depressed. I feel kind of just like, what's the point? Like, I don't really feel fulfilled at all. And
I do want to add on kind of what you're saying. Like I said, like you're promised happiness, you're promised all this stuff, and then if you follow with that testimony, follow with that faith, during the suck, you're going to start feeling the happiness. And if I'm feeling this happiness at this low rate, like this low, I can't imagine, how much happiness I'll feel at the very near the top, or whatever, how close we can get to the top.
Yeah.
And I warn people, because you get people all the time who just never have that, who never been through that kind of stuff, and they take it for granted. They take church for granted, they take everything for granted, and I'm just like, man, you gotta be careful. Like, it sucks. Like, trust me, it sucks. Yeah. Like, you think it's bad right now, wait until you see some really gnarly stuff, and then not only that too, it helps you in those kind of situations too. I can't count. I have so many times where it's because of my testimony, it helped me in my situations. Like, Davis knows this. Like, I don't really make friends among the Mormon church, just because it's like hard for me to get along with them. Nothing wrong with that. I just do my own thing. But like, I love hanging out with like the non-Mormon church people, because I get along with them better, understand them. Like, we understand each other better. But what the reason I was bringing that up is because when we go hang out, there'll be times where I have to like, is this right or is this good? Like, am I going to follow with this, whatever the activity you're doing, or am I going to step back? Mm-hmm. And it's because of my testimony, it's able to guide me. I'm able to be friends with these people without doing their activities. Like if they go drinking, partying, I can step back and be like, I'm good. And like, if that makes sense, like, it helps me it's like a compass for me. I just kind of follow it. It helps me guide me. Like, it's like that saying, when you go buy stuff, it's like, is it a need or a want? Mm-hmm. That's kind of how I look at it,
Yeah, no, that's an amazing reason. An amazing reason to have a testimony. Gives you a direction.
Yeah,
it's that compass. I have definitely had cases where I remember it was really funny. Even as like a missionary, this happened to me. Obviously, I knew what I was doing because I had a testimony of what I was doing. But I remember this guy comes up to us. And he's like, "Oh, you're Mormons, ain't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." Okay, so I've heard something about you all. I'm like, "Okay, tell us." I heard that every single one of you're all virgins. Like, have you seen Mormon families?
12 kids, man. Come on.
Yeah. And then he like leans in even closer and he's, "Don't worry. Got some girls in my room right now. I'll hook you up."
Dude, I had an incident.
What? And obviously, if I wasn't a missionary, if I didn't have that purpose, if someone just offered me girls, it's just for free. It's like, why not? But because of what I believe, it was easy to be like, no, that's not what I'm about.
No, I had an incident like that recently. I was hanging out with these. I was only there for my friend, just my friend, but other people started hanging out with us, and they were kind of crazy. But my friends started telling like how my morals are. I don't do that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And man, they were bringing girls, and they were trying to have me like hook up with them, and I'm just like, well, like, I don't know. It was awkward. I didn't know what to do. So I actually got up, grabbed my phone, and walked out. Like my buddy's like, "Are you right?" I'm like, I can't be around that kind of stuff. But he's a good friend. He understood. So
Yeah.
it helps you in a lot of ways, like your testimony, and it's so cool. Like I don't know, just I say it from my point of view, just because my life is so interesting, so different. Because of it, like I have a really solid testimony, and I always tell people like the more this world gets more wicked, and then it's not yearly, it's like daily, like it's daily now. You know, it's just getting worse and worse and worse at a rapid pace. It gives me like that tells me like, you know, it's true. Like, you know, like because we've been told about all this stuff that's going to happen, and you see it happening. Mm-hmm. You know, people are become more obsessed with themselves. People are going to become rude, distant, divided. You know, all this stuff among people, and you see it happening right now. And the crazy part about I love Provo, from Provo, diehard Provo person.
I don't like Provo.
I was trying to be positive, but now
No. Sorry, I derailed you. I don't know if you had a point there.
Well, that was the first time hearing you saying like Provo sucks. I'm like, whoa, Provo sucks.
I'm sorry.
I was trying to be positive. I was like, yeah, you know, like, yeah, it's a cool place, and you're like, Provo sucks. I'm like, okay, we're going that way. Let's do it.
There are a lot of good people here. I would just rather be somewhere else.
There's a lot of good people. Yeah.
So, but that aside, sorry, I'm not hating on Provo. I'm just stating opinion. I like more isolated places. You can't speak the truth. I like more isolated places. I would rather be in a place with 300 people in the whole town than a place.
Oh,
yeah. So, I just kind of just wrapping up here now. No, you're fine. You're fine. Is there any last things you would say about a testimony or building a testimony? Or
yeah. Okay. I can answer this 100%. And I hope for you people who are watching me, I'm talking directly to you guys. Is do it for yourself. Don't do it because your parents told you to do it. Don't do it because for like dumb reason like that. You're not gonna gain it. Do it for yourself. Like you said, me and David said, question it. And the reason why I'm saying it like this is because this world's getting messed up to the point where you have to you have to take it serious. There's no halving it. Like you got to take it serious. And I I'm saying it kind of in a warning way, but like, no, yeah, do it for yourself, learn it, question it. And then I say, listen to that spirit. However I don't know, everyone's different. For me, I get that gut feeling. You know, like that gut feeling, this is the right way, this is right. Or at the same time, like if it's wrong, you know, I get the gut feeling that you shouldn't be there. Like just how the spirit ever talks to you, listen to that spirit. Pray every day. Even Holland said, pray every day. Pray like you never prayed before. And your questions could be really dumb, or it could be really like whatever. Just ask a question. And if you sincerely ask it, Heavenly Father will answer you. And I kind of really want to leave it because like it's getting to the point where people like I don't want to say it in like in a selfish way, but like yeah, people are just doing it for the wrong reasons, and it's being bad, and that's what causes commotions among people. Like it causes people to look down on other people, like think they're better, think this way, you know, pride, ego, all that crap. But if you do it for the right reason, you're going to understand you're doing it to help others, and that's where I come from. So that's where I'll leave my 2 change.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably reiterate some of I definitely agree with everything you said. That's very important that you should do it for yourself, because if you do not do it for yourself, if you are leeching off of, I guess that's a mean way to say it, but like leaning on someone else's belief, there's going to come a time when it's just you. They're not going to be standing there. You will fall.
Yeah.
So it's very, very important to do it for yourself and actually know for yourself.
No, like I just a quick story. I'll finish off this story. I'm not going to give too much details because it's kind of really messed up story. But like I saw a bishop one time, I told you to talk to you about this, talk to other people about this. This bishop was like doing things that he shouldn't be doing, and just because he was a bishop, these people were following him blindly. And that's one of the biggest, like, that's when I was like, oh man, we gotta, like, that's when I realized you gotta have your own testimony, because yeah, it's just there. And I see it all the time, people who don't have their own, like, their own personal testimony, they fall off easily just because they think this person, knows the best. In reality, that person is like dragging you off dragging you away from the iron rod, so yeah, just get your own testimony. And once you start seeing it, once you start feeling it, you start understanding it, your testimony will explode. Like, you will start seeing it, you will start wanting to help others. And that's how I say it to people. It was like, for me, or at least for me, like when my testimony started growing, I just wanted to help others. And that's what helps me be happy, It's helping others. So
yeah. I think probably the last things I would say, kind of reiterating some stuff I already said, but that's fine. Repetition is good. So the first thing is just, when you want a testimony, you have to come at it from the right angle. If you're coming at trying to build a testimony by proving God wrong, by proving the gospel false, you're not going to gain a testimony. When you come at it from that way, you've already decided. So if you actually are trying to build a testimony, you have to want to build a testimony. You have to actually want it. And yeah, you could say maybe there's some outliers that don't follow that pattern, but overall, the rule is you have to actually want it. You can't grow a testimony by accident most of the time. And you got to question things. You got to learn things. Yeah. And to question things, that means you got to learn things. So if you have no knowledge, if you've never cracked open the scriptures, it's pretty hard to ask questions and to question the gospel. So you got to learn things too.
Yeah.
You got to learn things to be able to question.
One thing too I'll add to that is, like, I was saying it because I gave a talk today, is I said, like, it's like a puzzle. Like, your testimony is a puzzle. You're giving the corner pieces, and you're adding, like, you're slowly adding to it with your scripture studies, prayer, taking sacrament, going to church, stuff like that. Small things. But one thing people leave out is that we need each other. And that's one thing how we grow, is because we learn from each other. Whether that person's right or wrong, by talking with each other, by showing, bearing our testimony to each other, we get to understand who Jesus Christ and Heavenly Father is better, because everyone is different. Everyone sees it at a different point of view. Does that make sense? Like, yeah. And so I say that because, like, Alex or Davis right here, he's the perfect example. Like, like, when we started, I've known you since, like, pretty well. Yeah, like 4 years, 5 years. We met at that crazy single award.
Yep.
Before you left, before it went crazy.
Yeah.
No, we started hanging out, and I just remember, like, if it's funny when people meet us, I'm very opposite from him. Like, I'm very, like, I don't know, just adventurous, kind of says straight through. Like, I'm just very blunt, forward kind of person. I joke a lot, especially dark humor. And but every time I was asking you about me, you're always like, you're just a person who's trying, and that helped me a lot. Like, it really did help me a lot, because everyone is just like I said, this world is just weird, because we just need to help each other, and just learn from each other. Because there's so many things that you taught me that I'm like, dang, dude, I did not know that. Like, okay, that makes sense. But then I'm pretty sure there's it's like other flip aways, on the flip side. Sorry, I can't speak. Is like, I'm pretty sure I taught you things, vice versa for everyone. Just, we learn from each other, and that's the way we grow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all good stuff. We've said a lot here, and I think this is probably a good place to wrap up here now. So go ask questions, learn the gospel, grow that testimony, want it. And until next time, Well, actually, first let me plug in. Like the video, subscribe. But yeah, until next time, go out there and be a good boy or a good girl.
Yeah. Hey, McRibs are back at McDonald's. Go give yourself some. Do it.
We're not sponsored by them unless they want to. But hey, bye bye.